Top 15 richest in the Philippines. Top 15. Eduardo Murphy Cojuangco Jr. June 10, 1935 to June 16, 2020, known as Danding Cojuangco, was a Filipino businessman and politician. He was the chairman and CEO of San Miguel Corporation, the largest food and beverage corporation in the Philippines and Southeast Asia. He served as Philippine ambassador and governor of Tarlac. In 2016, his personal wealth was estimated at $1.16 billion, and it was estimated that at one time, his business empire accounted for 25% of the gross national product of the Philippines. Cojuangco was widely considered a crony of the kleptocratic Marcos regime. Net worth $1 billion. Top 14. Robert Collado is the chairman and CEO of the privately held Prudential Guarantee and Assurance, one of the largest non-life insurance companies. He also owns a 30% stake in the privately held National Grid and a stake in publicly listed Oriental Petroleum and Minerals. Net worth $1.4 billion. Top 13. Ramon C. Ang, born January 14, 1954, is a Filipino businessman who is the president and chief executive officer of Top Frontier Investment Holdings Incorporated. PSE, TFHI, the largest shareholder of San Miguel Corporation, PSE, SMC. He is also the vice chairman, president, and chief operating officer of SMC and the chairman of Cyber Bay Corporation, PSE, CYBR, and Eagle Cement Corporation. Ang was elected vice chairman of SMC in January 1999, and in March 2002, its president and chief operating officer. In June 2012, he gained control of SMC after acquiring the shares owned by Eduardo Cojuangco, Jr., a fellow Filipino businessman and politician. Ang holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Mechanical Engineering from Far Eastern University. Net worth $1.4 billion. Top 12. Elizabeth C. is an advisor of SM Investments, a post she's held since 2012. She is the second child and daughter of the late SM founder, Henry C. She is active in the group's tourism, leisure, and hospitality operations and serves as chairperson and president of SM Hotels and Conventions. She started out as an assistant at her father's first hotel business, the Manila Royal Hotel. Net worth $1.6 billion. Top 11. Tony Tan Cushion, born January 5, 1953, is a Filipino billionaire businessman. He is the founder and chairman of Jollibee Foods Corporation, and the co-chairman of Double Dragon Properties. Tan was born to Chinese immigrant parents from Fujian. He attended high school at Chiang Kai-shek College and graduated from the University of Santo Tomas with a degree in chemical engineering. Tan had initially planned an ice cream parlor when he founded Jollibee, then added dishes such as hamburgers, French fries, and fried chicken. Net worth $1.7 billion. Top 10. Lucio C. Tan, Sr. born July 17, 1934, is a Filipino billionaire businessman and educator with interests in banking, airline, liquor, tobacco, real estate industries, beverages, and education. In 2013, Forbes magazine listed him as the second richest billionaire from the Philippines with a net worth of $7.5 billion. Tan was born in Amoy, now Xiamen, Fujian, China. His parents moved to the Cebu in the Philippines when he was a child. He was said to have gone to school on barefoot and first worked as a stevedore who tied cargo with ropes made from abaca. He earned a bachelor's degree in chemical engineering from the Far Eastern University in Manila. Forbes states that while in college, Tan worked as a janitor at a tobacco factory where he mopped floors to pay for school. Net worth $1.7 billion. Top 9. Roberto V. Leoangpan, born January 6, 1937, is a Filipino businessman and Minister of Trade and Industry during the Marcos administration. His younger brother, Jaime Vileo Ongpan, was Minister of Finance of the Philippines under President Cory Aquino. In the 2018 ranking by Forbes magazine of the world's richest, Ongpan was named as the Philippines' 12th wealthiest Filipino, up from 16th in 2017, with a net worth $3.72 billion. Net worth $1.7 billion. Top 8. Teresita Tan C. Coson, born October 1950, is a Filipina businesswoman. The Vice Chairman of SM Investments Corporation, SMIC, one of the Philippines' largest publicly traded holding companies with interests in retail, banking, property and portfolio investments. She is also the chairman of BDO Unibank Incorporated. BDO, the Philippines' largest bank in terms of total resources, capital, loans, total deposits, and assets under management as of the end of 2015. Apart from these two key positions, C. Coson also holds important board and management positions in various subsidiaries and affiliates of BDO and the SM Group. These include BDO Private Bank Incorporated, BDO Leasing and Finance Incorporated, BDO Capital and Investment Corporation, and BDO Foundation Incorporated. For the SM Group side, she is an integral figure as advisor to the board of SM Prime Holdings Incorporated. She is also part of the three-member Philippine delegation to the ASEAN Business Advisory Council, ABAC, an organization formed in 2003 by the leaders of ASEAN to provide private sector feedback and guidance to boost the alliance's efforts towards economic integration. Net worth $1.8 billion. Top 7. Andrew Lim Tan is a Chinese-Filipino billionaire with business interests in real estate, liquor, and fast food. In 2011, Forbes magazine rated him fourth on the list of the Philippines' 40 richest with an estimated net worth of $2 billion. As of May 2018, Forbes magazine ranks him as the 10th wealthiest person in the Philippines, with his net worth of $2.6 billion. Originally an immigrant from China and was a supporter of the Communist Party, Tan was born in the Fujian province. He spent his childhood at an apartment in Hong Kong which was shared by other families. Later, he moved to Manila where he studied accounting at University of the East. Net worth $1.9 billion. Top 6. Henry C. Jr. is co-vice chairman of SM Investments, a major conglomerate founded by his late father, Henry C. Sr. He also serves as chairman of SM Prime, the group's property arm with interests in malls, residences, offices, hotels, and convention centers. He is the eldest son of the founder. Elder sisters and 3 younger brothers are also all involved in the business. In 2017 he set up Big Boss Cement, entering an industry that has benefited from President Duterte's massive infrastructure push. Net worth $1.9 billion. Top 5. Harley C. is the executive director of SM Investments, one of the country's largest conglomerates, which was founded by his late father Henry C. SM Investments has interests in everything from retail, banking, property and equity. He is the youngest of Henry C.'s 6 children and the 4th son. He also serves as a director of China Banking and as an advisor of BDO Private Bank. Net worth $1.9 billion. Top 4. Herbert C. is an advisor of SM Investments, a major conglomerate, and a director of SM Prime, the group's property developer. He is a son of the late SM founder, Henry C., and the second youngest of 6 children. His 3 brothers and 2 sisters all hold posts in the business, which spans banking, retail, real estate, mining, and hotels. He is actively involved in the group's supermarket operations, which includes an investment arm. Net worth $2 billion. Top 3. Han C. is the 4th child of Henry C., the late founder of SM Investments, one of Philippines' largest conglomerates. He stepped down as president of subsidiary SM Prime, a property developer, in 2016 and remains a director. His 5 siblings, Tessie, Elizabeth, Henry Jr., Harley, and Herbert, are all involved in the business. He also serves as an advisor of SM Investments, chairman of China Banking Corporation and chairman of National University. Net worth $2 billion. Top 2. Enrique Anselmo Razon Jr. Born March 3, 1960, is a Spanish-Filipino billionaire and the chairman and CEO of the Manila-listed company International Container Terminal Services Incorporated, the Philippine port handling giant. He is also chairman of Bloomberry Resorts Corp. BRC, developer of Solaire Resort and Casino, a $1.2 billion integrated resort complex in the Philippines entertainment city. ICTSI and BRC are both listed in the Philippine Stock Exchange. In 2019, Forbes named Razon the 4th richest Filipino and the 379th richest individual in the world, with a personal wealth of $5.1 billion. Top 1. Manuel Manny Bombo Villar Jr. Born December 13, 1949, is a Filipino billionaire businessman. He has been a Philippine senator and the president of the Nacionalista Party. Villar was born to a middle-class family in Tondo, an impoverished and densely populated district of Manila. After graduating from the University of the Philippines, he worked as an accountant and financial analyst, then launched a highly successful business in real estate. Villar's companies have built over 200,000 homes, and his business career made him the wealthiest person in the Philippines. Villar entered politics in 1992 when he was elected congressman representing the district of Las Piñas Muntinlupa, and later became Speaker of the House of Representatives. As Speaker, he presided over the impeachment of President Joseph Estrada by the House of Representatives in 2000. In 2001 he was elected senator, and served as Senate President from 2006 to 2008. He was the candidate of the Nacionalista Party in the 2010 presidential election, which was won by Benigno Aquino III. Net worth $5.6 billion. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and click bell. Follow our Facebook page. Thank you for watching.